Hello and welcome back to another artist profile. Today I am joined by a legendary drummer and just nice fucking guy, Charlie Morris. How are you, Charlie?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much, fella. See,
Good,
look,
good.
you can already see how cute he is, can't you? So, for those of you who don't know who Charlie is, he's now going to explain. So, Charlie, tell us who you are, what you do, and where we can find you.
Yeah. My name's Charlie Morris. I'm 20 years of age. I'm currently living in Crewe, but I study second year drums up at BIM Manchester.
Whee!
Big up BIM. Big up BIM. BIM massive.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I was about to say play guitar.
I was just saying, do you play guitar, do you?
I play drums for Crystal Wolves, Harriet Curry, and a band called Second Son.
Whoa!
Yeah, man, yeah.
Wait, hang on a minute. Second Son, who's that?
Second Son is with Connor Chapman, Joe Williamson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was like, hang on, I've heard that before. Who is that? Oh, that's mad.
Yeah, it's me, Connor, it's Joe, and it's a guy on first year guitar who does vocals.
Oh, sick,
Yeah.
man. That's fucking dope. 'Cause you guys played Gorilla, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We played in the term. And
Nice,
it was-
man.
It was a blast.
Yeah, I saw, unfortunately I wasn't there, but I saw videos and it sounded fucking dope. But yeah, as we can see, obviously, from your video and obviously introduction, you are a drummer, you have played drums. How long have you been playing for?
I've been playing for 16 years. So I started I started taking lessons when I was about 4 or 5 years of age, and coming up to 21 years old in October. So yeah, about 15, 16 years, I think.
That's mad. So literally came out of the womb and went straight onto a drum kit. So the thing that always interests me, because like obviously I play drums as well, and I always like to hear what people's stories are of why they got into drums. Mine's ridiculous. Like I started playing drums because I played Rock Band, and after playing Rock Band,
yeah.
I was like, well, I could do this in real life. That'd be really sick. And then when I got
Yeah.
behind a drum kit, I realised that not all the pads are coloured, so I was a little bit screwed. But it was initially like Rock Band that got me into it, because playing that game made me feel like I was quote unquote a rock star. So what's the reason for you wanting to play drums?
I can't remember a time when I didn't, to be honest. I grew up listening to a lot of my parents' music, so like bands like The Doors. My dad was a massive fan of like bands like The Doors, The Who, and then my granddad had like very similar tastes, like Led Zeppelin, The Doors as well.
Nice.
And I just listened. I just couldn't stop listening to just the drums on it. It just like really like.
Nice.
Just
I mean,
like,
especially
grabbed me,
with
to be
like,
honest.
yeah, especially with like the Doors and Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Obviously the drums, they're not simple, but like they're very they benefit the song. So I guess listening to it and thinking like, oh shit, that could be me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is such a strong pull-in point for you that you're just like,
Yeah.
right, fuck it, I've got to find drumsticks. I've got to start now.
Yeah, I think that's where it started for me, really.
Nice.
And then as I went on through the years, as I like went into like more and more of the years of like being taught and like going through grades and drum grades and stuff, I was starting to branch out into more modern styles like R&B and. More
I've
like
seen you
popular
do
styles.
a fly R&B beat, my man. Ooh, hoo, hoo. So, like, what attracts you more to drums than any other instrument? Because you said obviously you listened to like Led Zeppelin, The Doors. What do you think is about the drums themselves that made you go, I want to play that and not the bass or the guitar or vocals? Was it sort of something that was done throughout the family? Like, do you have any family that play drums, or was it literally just you heard it, you thought, "Fuck, that sounds good. I'm gonna do that."
So I haven't really got like much like musicalness like going through my family. Like my granddad plays a bit of guitar, he plays a little bit of bass in a band, but apart from that, nobody really like plays instruments or anything along them lines in my family. But I think I got into, I think I just, I think, yeah, I think I just enjoy drums just because of how vital a part it is really in a song. Like when you listen to a song, the first thing that you really like to pick out is maybe like the drums, like what the drummer is playing, like what sort of pattern he's playing. And I think that's just what I found so interesting about it, just because of how vital a part it is to a song.
Yeah, it's pretty much the core. I mean, obviously with some music, like acoustic music, obviously it has no place in it. But
Yeah.
when you take things like rock music and when you take like hip hop and R&B, the beat is always the primary carrier of a song. So
definitely.
yeah, that makes sense. I can definitely understand why you sort of honed in on that and went, yeah, fuck it, I'll just do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So obviously with your very large arrangement of genres that you do, I mean, I swear you're in a different genre every week I speak to you. What sort of influences do you have? That could be drummers, bands, just people around you as such. Just what really inspires you to play drums, and who? Yeah, actually, yeah. Sorry, I'll restart that. I'll ask you two questions. Who inspires you to play drums, and who is the inspiration for you playing drums? Does that make sense?
Ooh, okay. My main inspiration is when it comes to like the sort of stuff I play and like what I've been playing pretty much all my life basically. Drummers such as Ginger Baker from Cream. I thought he was always like so versatile. He did classic rock. He dipped into like the African side of like drumming and stuff, and he was a fantastic jazz drummer. John Bonham, obviously, I think he's the same for like many, the same for many drummers. There you go, John. Man, like John.
Yeah, man, he's incredible.
Dom Howard from Muse. Muse are my all-time favourite band. He's one of my all-time favourite drummers.
Nice.
Inspiration around my drums. I think one of my main inspirations. I was actually my drum teacher for the first 10, 12, about 10 years. I think he was my drum tutor. He took me through, I think 6 of my 8 drum grades. He was introducing me to more like styles of music. So he's like he played like a massive part in the style of like playing different styles of music and just becoming more versatile, branching out really.
Nice.
So yeah, I think my drum tutor was a massive part of that. I think definitely.
Nice. Well, obviously, as you said, like your drum teacher and has inspired you and obviously has taught you. Did you get to a certain point where you thought you could continue this by yourself? Like, are you sort of like partially taught but then also self-taught, or is it just one or the other?
So I think I was mostly taught. I didn't really. I mean, I just by myself. I just like to practice songs, maybe go through like the odd exercise and stuff like that. But and now obviously because I finished my drum grades, it's just stuff that I now like teach myself, like jazz drumming, like rudiments and just things like that. But yeah, for most of these 15 years, I've just been entirely taught, really.
Yeah, one of the reasons that I ask that is simply because I've never had like a drum teacher ever. I've always been self-taught, but I feel like with self-teaching, I'm very limited in what I've learned. So I didn't know whether having a drum tutor, you feel as if it's more, it opens more pathways for you, or whether you think like sort of self-teaching is the way forward. Because I feel like with self-teaching, obviously it's left up to you. You decide what you do, you build yourself. But with teaching, obviously someone else is teaching you their ways. But do you feel that teaching is something that should be done no matter what instrument you play?
definitely. I think. I mean, I know some incredible, incredible drummers that are self-taught. One of them was actually who goes to BIM, Emmanuel Burton. He's
Mm.
just
Oh,
he's ridiculous, but he's a self-taught drummer as well.
oh,
And
mad!
like
I never knew that.
all of the stuff he learned off his own back, and I just thought that was like that a guy that skilled. It's mind blowing, and the amount of hours and dedication that he puts into it is just insane.
Yeah, man. I've seen some videos, and I saw his BBC News interview as well.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
man can play.
He's ridiculous. Yeah,
I watched like 2 videos and went, right, well, I'm quitting.
yeah. Put my sticks away for good. Just become
Oh man,
triangle-
literally just
triangle
snapped him
player.
over my leg.
Yes.
Stood at the back. Ding, ding, ding. Fuck it,
Yeah.
Emmanuel exists. This is where I am. So at the beginning, you obviously mentioned that you played for, what was it, Harriet Curry, Crystal
Yeah.
Wolves, and Second Son.
Yeah, that's the
Through each band, give me like throughout. So obviously with Crystal Wolves, with Second Son, and with fucking Harriet Curry. Tell me why you enjoy playing with each of them. What do each of them bring?
Okay, I think I enjoy playing with Harriet so much is because she gives you like a lot of creative freedom as to what you wanna play, like how you wanna play. Like obviously, I've been getting like proper into her own influences as well. So like people like Georgia, she's into like people like Georgia Smith, Amy Winehouse, Ari Lennox, and I've been getting into that sort of music a little bit more since I've been performing with her. But yeah, she just gives so much like creative freedom, and yeah, I think it's great fun playing with her. I've always enjoyed performing with Harriet. It's great.
Nice.
Crystal Wolves, just because of how catchy the songs are. Lucy, the guitarist, she's a fucking genius at what she does, like writing good riffs, good lyrics, and just putting it all together. And it's only her part and like the vocal melody that she writes. Everything else we just pick up ourselves. Like Harry, he's fantastic with his harmonies and his lead playing. Kobe on the bass is he's just so good. And then I'm just
You're the sexy
whack
man.
things.
You're the
just hit-
sexy man in
yeah.
the back.
I just hit things.
That is a good point about Crystal Wolves, though. I found that with because obviously I've seen you guys live twice, and then obviously during the assignments as well. Is that although, as I've said, like that sort of music isn't my type of music, I still enjoy it because you're all so, what's the word, unified in when you perform.
Yeah.
That even though this music isn't my sort of music, I still enjoy it because you guys put on a fantastic show. Like, no one can criticize you for that. You do put on a very, very, very good show. And you can definitely tell that you all enjoy what you do. So, yeah, just a quick side note, fucking congratulations on that, because it's just incredible, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
No worries.
But yeah, no, I've always loved playing with Chris. I think they're my baby at the moment. That's like my priority at the moment. We've got some new music coming out soon. Actually, I think we've got the final mix back, and it's yeah. It sounds really good. Actually, we're all really happy with it. So hopefully that'll be out soon.
Nice. What's it called?
Sensation.
Have I
And
heard that one?
that's the last song that we played when we were at Gulliver's, the one that you did with Ashley.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll be hearing that one very soon, which we're really excited about. Actually, cannot wait for that.
Nice. Yeah, what about Second Son? Do you have, sorry, just a really quick side note as well. Do you have any music coming out for Second Son?
No, so we've got some demos done at the moment, which sound really good. It's very like classic rock sort of stuff, so like Zed Zeppelin, Neil Young, We do a lot of Doors, do like Cream and stuff like that. But I just enjoy that. I just enjoy playing with Second Son because that music has really been like my childhood. That's what I was always listening to. What I first wanted to start drums from, that style of music.
Hmm.
And it's just so much fun to play. And they've got some cracking little songs and like some really cool little riffs.
Nice. Excellent. Well, out of like all of these bands that you've played for, do you have a specific favourite gig?
My favourite gig's got to be Harriet Curry when we played Band on the Wall last summer. Yeah, it was last
Nice.
summer. And it was me, it was Harriet, and it was a guitarist called Dragos. And
Oh, Dragos.
yeah, the beautiful Romanian man that is
Oh, I
Dragos.
love him so much.
Yeah, he's so good. But yeah, it was literally us three, so it wasn't like a huge sound, but it just all just came together so nicely. We had a really good turnout. The feedback we got was insane, and it was the best that I played, I think, in my opinion, and the best that we'd sounded.
Nice. Was that like was that part of BIM or was that like your own gig?
No, it was I think it was a BIM event actually. I'm not sure, but it was called Inner City Waves, and it was like
Oh no.
it was like four different acts throughout the night, and we were the last on. But it started off like the first act came on, it was like really empty, and then filled out more and more and more across the night, and then it was fantastic. Yeah, my favorite gig that I played. For sure.
Nice, man. Band on the Wall is also just a fantastic venue as well.
Oh, such a cool venue.
Yeah, I've played it with Harry Payne. I've played it with Incarnate, and like
Yeah.
each time I've played it, it's never let me down. It's I love it.
Man.
I'm really sad to see it shut. I don't know if you know about this, but
Band
it's
on the Wall?
yeah, man, it's closed until September 2021.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. And was just like, oh, all right, fuck me. I guess everything's closing now because obviously we've lost Gorilla and we've now lost Deaf Institute
Gorilla
as well.
hurts. That hurt.
Oh.
That did.
Oh,
Gutted.
I didn't even know about it. It's not until Tom FH. Do you know Tom FH?
Yeah.
He posted about it, and I just wanted to message him and be like, "Fuck you for telling me this bad news, man."
Gutted.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. That actually kind of leads me right onto my next question, to be honest. And do you think live music is dying?
It's at a really difficult spot at the moment because obviously like so many of the bands that I know are just they like live off these small venues. They like that's where most of the bands like cut their teeth at the moment. Like bands like Oceans on Mars, they're doing all their small venues. Like obviously like bands like ourselves, like Crystal Wolves and Second Son. That's where we're all gonna start, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just in a really difficult spot. I don't know how long it'll take to get out of this spot, but I don't think it's dying as such.
No.
But I think I think it's just in a really difficult spot. Not sure how we're gonna get out of it at the moment.
Yeah, it seems a bit of a make or break, I think.
Yeah.
COVID. I mean, I personally thought like before COVID, it was sort of like heading on a downhill. But I think now even more so with obviously COVID-19, the wonderful pandemic that we all seem to find ourselves stuck in, seems to have just kind of been like half a nail in the coffin. So it's not fully dead, but like we need to do something about it now, which is why I think it's so good that so many people are like petitioning and trying to fund it and everything, because I know I could be wrong, I will correct this if I am wrong, but I think the government gave us 1.5 billion pounds to fund it,
That's it.
which is good considering that we were only asking for 40,000. So I hope that something more comes of this, because it's such a shame. Like obviously with big artists, they're already at that point, they can survive, whereas bands like you said, like fucking Oceans on Mars, Crystal Wolves, Second Son, can't really get to that point without live music. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I fucking hate it, man.
Especially in such a in a city like Manchester, where live music is one of the key parts of its of just like Manchester as a place. Like people would go there for like the small venues and just the music scene in itself. And it's sad to see so many places get shut down, or it's heartbreaking. It really is.
Yeah, it seems to be one after the other. Like we said, first we had Gorilla, and then we had Deaf Institute, and now it's Bound on the Wall, and it's just non-stop.
Yeah.
But with drums, personally, I've felt this moment. I'm currently in this moment. But is there ever a moment where you've been playing or you've been doing something on the drums and you've thought, why am I doing this? And you've just considered giving it up, or do you have a very healthy relationship with your musicianship?
I've always had a really healthy relationship with it. To be honest, I think there was one point like a couple of years ago. I was like, right, I'm not sure if this is what I want to do, and I took a break from it for a couple of months. I think it did. I think it was either a couple of weeks or a couple of months. But yeah, I went back. I just took a break from it completely. To be honest, and then I went back. Went for a few more months and was like, yeah, this is definitely what I want to do now. And
nice.
I've not stopped since.
I'm very glad you didn't. I could not imagine myself in a Charlie Morris-less world. That made sense. So obviously, as we pointed out multiple times, because apparently I just can't fucking talk properly, you're a drummer. What sort of equipment do you run? Obviously, I can see, I don't know if you can see it on your camera, but from my camera, I can see you've got an electric drum kit, but I'm also aware that you've got an acoustic kit. What kits are you using? Sort of what do you have?
I've got a Gretsch Renown maple kit. I got it last year. I got it last year. I did because I used the same acoustic kit until last year that I had done growing up. So I used the same acoustic kit for about 14, 15 years. And I was like, yeah. It still sounded good though, which was surprising.
It does.
It still sounded really, really nice. And then it was last year. I was like, I need a change. I just need a change, to be honest. And so I went up to Colchester to a really nice drum shop, and I bought my Gretsch, and it's worth every single penny.
It sounds absolutely beautiful. Obviously, with your permission, if that's okay, if you can send me some videos of you playing drums, I'd love to put them in here.
Yeah, man, definitely.
So, as you'll be able to hear, whoever's watching this, you can obviously hear how Charlie's kit sounds, and I think it sounds phenomenal. Because I was actually, funny enough, before I did this interview today, this morning about 6 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and just started watching some of your drum videos. And that's the one thing I realised is how, not only obviously how fucking good you are at it, but how nice your kit sounds, like your snare especially.
Yeah, it's gorgeous snare.
Yeah, it's not a St. Angus snare. Fuck that song. So obviously with
fuck
your...
that album, to be honest, fuck that whole album.
Tell you what, it's got one good song, and that's Frantic, and that's it. The rest of it is...
I do like that song, but the rest of the album is just...
trash.
It's just such a literal trash.
It is a burning pile of dog shit in my ears.
Oh, nice.
So, obviously you've got all this gear, and I know a lot of drummers use different. I always get called out for my stick preference, because apparently I use very weird sticks, and apparently that makes me a certain word. But what sticks do you use?
I've dabbled in both, to be honest. I've dabbled in Vic Firths and I dabble in Pro Max, but I used to use size 7 sticks until Alex Highcock called me a certain word for using size 7 sticks.
Same
so
guy who
right,
literally
fine.
said it to me.
Fine. I'll switch to 5s, and I'll just I just use 5s now. Saves the bullying. Saves the bullying.
I remember. I think he was in when we did it in research methods. I put it out and was like, "Oh, I use 7As," and everyone turned on me. I was like, "Oh, all right, is that bad?" Apparently, it's like murdering someone's son. But I use 7As. Fuck, you've killed my kid.
get a life sentence now for that.
Oh,
Using
mate,
the
I
wrong
do.
size sticks.
I do. Every time I see Alex, it's just, you're right, mate, you're still using 7As. I'm like, yeah, yes, I am. But on top of stick preference, do you have like a specific genre that you prefer to play? Because obviously you've played throughout multiple genres. Is there one that you always find yourself honing back to, both listening and playing?
The two that I go back to the most, I think, are the R&B style of music, like Georgia. Like I always enjoy listening to and playing a bit of like Georgia Smith. Always like people like Amy Winehouse and things like that. But also as well the classic rock style of music. So Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Zed
Uh,
Leppelin.
Zed Zeppelin, Doors, Cream. Yeah, I think those are the two that I go back to and listen to, and when I'm like practicing, just in general, those are the two that I enjoy the most.
Nice. Good genres, to be fair, because they both
Yeah.
are very fulfilling as well, because like you said, you get a lot of creative freedom with them, especially with rock music as well. I find with rock, like you could do a fucking 2-minute drum solo and no one would really notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I've just got a couple of I say silly questions, just sort of a couple of other questions to ask you. If you had to pick between using one or the other, which one would you use? So first one, Mapex or Pearl?
Pearl. I've used a Mapex.
Charlie!
Oh no. I've used the Mapex. That's in BIM actually. That's the only Mapex I've ever used. But it's a nice kit. But no, Pearl all day for me. I do love a Pearl.
Moving on. Yamaha or D drums?
Oh, Yamaha.
Good.
Yamaha.
You've
Yeah.
redeemed yourself, sir. Pros.
Back in the good books.
Yes. For now, this next question will determine Vic Firth or Promark.
Pro Firth.
Not allowing that.
Damn it. Primark.
Yes. Yes. Okay, you can stay. You're fine. This will be uploaded now. Custard creams or chocolate bourbons?
Custard creams. I think
Right,
custard
back in the
creams.
bad books.
Oh shit.
Back in the fucking bad books, man. Why? Why custard? Why? Why? They're such a trash biscuit, man. They're awful.
I just find them nice to like dunk into your morning tea, your morning coffee.
That's what chocolate bourbons are for.
I've never really had bourbons, to be fair. No, it's always been custard creams.
Okay, fair enough. If you had to listen to one album for the rest of your life, so that's every song that you'd hear on the radio, in shops, in video games, in TV shows, it'd be just that album. What album are you picking?
I've got two at the moment. Great Gig in the Sky.
Nice.
I think is one of them, and Black Holes and Revelations from Muse.
Nice.
Either of those two albums for me, I'd just be happy listening to over and over and over again.
Muse, definitely. I don't
yeah.
think Great Gig in the Sky is sort of one I'd personally go for, but Muse, like, oh my days, man. It's been so long since I listened to them. I should probably get back into them again, to be honest.
Oh, definitely.
I saw them at Download Festival a couple of years back, in like the most incredible gig ever, man.
They're just on another level live. I think they're just like, there's not really many bands that are like as creative or as just as inventive, as creative live as they are. Really, they're just they're on another.
There's
level.
something else.
Yeah.
And finally, if you had to listen to one singular song for the rest, no, actually, no, I've got two questions. Sorry, one singular song for the rest of your life, what would it be? So we've done album, but now it's song.
Stairway.
Okay, yeah.
Stairway. Either Stairway or Time by Pink Floyd.
Time. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of funny as well because it'd be time, but you'd be stuck on a loop of listening to the same thing. And little shit pun there for you. And fucking so dumb. If you had to lose either both your arms or both your legs, which are you picking?
Both my legs, I think.
Ooh.
It's a tough one.
Mm.
It is a tough one.
I was thinking that because, like, from a drummer's perspective, obviously you need your hands, but I was like, but hang on a minute, you also need your legs.
It's one of those drummers. I can't remember who it is. I think it's the Def Leppard drummer or something like that. He got into a car accident. He lost either his arm or his leg.
He lost his arm.
Which. Yeah, he lost his arm. But yeah, no, I think both my legs. To be honest.
Fair.
Yeah.
I actually saw Def Leppard a couple of years back as well, and watching him play one-handed, but still just do just as much as someone would two. I was like, oh my fucking god, man, you are a tank. But before obviously we end this, is there anything that you want to promote? Anything that you should shout out? Obviously, I'm going to list all of your socials in this next segment here. But if you could just give us a shout out for anything that you've got going on, anything that you want us to look out for, then please, this time is yours.
I've got my drum account on Instagram, which is all lowercase Charlie_Morris_drums. I just post everything there, anything like drum related, pictures, videos, anything that's like music related is going on there, and that's been going for a couple of weeks, I think, and I've been getting some like really nice feedback from things that I posted, which is nice. Like I said earlier, Crystal Wolves, we've got our new single coming out soon, Sensation. We haven't got a date on that yet, but it's in the works. We've got everything sorted. So another thing to listen to. I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. That's pretty much everything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, everything that you've listed, obviously, I'll ensure to link and obviously leave a screenshot so they can see where to find you. And otherwise than that, thank you so much for coming and having a chat to me today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, man. I loved it.
Yeah, no worries, man. Cool. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that artist profile with the one and only Charlie Morris. Make sure you give us a like, share, a subscribe, and you just comment, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to at this point. Don't forget you can enter my giveaway by commenting Amazon Flamazon to be in with a chance to win £35 worth of Amazon vouchers. 35 fucking You could buy yourself...
That is a lot of peas.
It is, exactly. You could buy yourself, I don't know, fucking Promark drumsticks, not Vic Firth because they're trash. Buy 7As as well, because those are the best types of sticks that you can get, not fucking 5As.
Custard creams as well.
No, don't buy don't buy fucking custard creams. Ignore him. Do not do that.
Stay away from Bourbons.
This is not being uploaded, Charlie. But yeah, if you can comment Amazon Flamazon, I will enter you in for the chance to win £35 worth of Amazon vouchers. Otherwise than that, thank you, Charlie, and have a nice day.